Hello, October. Oh my goodness. We are already towards the end of 2025. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. We are halfway through the astrological year, actually a little bit more than halfway. And we are in Libra season, Libra ruled by Venus, the planet of love, the planet of beauty, the planet of creativity, values, money, harmony. Beautiful Venus is in the house. And that's what we're going to talk about in this week's episode. I'm so excited because this episode really came through me while I was having a conversation with a friend and we were talking about love languages. And then we were reflecting on, like, okay, where is my Venus? Where is your Venus? How do you express love? So, Venus is also the sign of love. It can tell you how you receive and how you express love. It can tell you what your love language is and how you like give and receive love as well. So I'm so excited to talk about Venus today. But before we get into that, let's do a little bit of like announcement first, because we are in October, it's a new month, and there's some exciting things that are happening in the Astro Wanderer. First of all, if you're not in my Dreamers letter, make sure to subscribe. The link is in the show notes. And that's my inspirational letter that I send out every Monday with some astrology updates, with some reflections, some rituals, and also it's where you can stay up to date to all my events because I'm gonna do events every month. I decided since September to start doing two events per month. I'm gonna start way the month with one free event every month to start to kick in the month in the first weeks and to talk a little bit about astrology. And then every new moon, I'm gonna do a new moon circle. That's gonna be a paid event, but because I'm gonna go deeper into astrology, I'm gonna read your personalized chart. I'm gonna offer you personalize rituals, and we are going to do a practice a ritual together on the new moon. Because I was thinking to do a full moon one as well, but full moon are really hard for me, and I need to tend like to fill my cup. And then on a new moon, when it's a little bit lighter for me, I can be at service to people. And if you don't know yet, I'm gonna start an astrology immersion this weekend. If you watch this on the 1st of October, in just 2 days, I'm gonna start a 3 weeks astrology immersion because everybody was like talking about like the program that I'm doing, but some people I know they didn't feel called or ready to do such a big commitment of energy, of time, of money. And I was like, what can I create to help people like use astrology in their day-to-day life, but without them being too overwhelmed and in a way that they can do it at their own pace, but still have the support and accountability that you need if you don't know how to use astrology in your day-to-day life. So I came out during a session with my mentor, Sophie. Shout out to Sophie at Shine with Sophie on Instagram. Go follow her. She's amazing. We came out with this idea to help people infuse astrology in their day-to-day life with these 3 weeks container so that you can release, rewrite old stories, you can realign with your truth and call in aligned opportunities. This is your time. It's a short container, less amount of time, energy, and money, but still powerful. Because every day I will send you an email with a little practice to help you embody astrology. And then we also have two live calls, one at the beginning, one at the end to check in and start and kick off and close this space. And also for the people that like even more accountability and support, we will have a chat community group where you can like share, you can ask questions, and where I will be in there every day. And if you even want even more, I give a VIP option available as well for people that feel like they want to have it one-on-one with me at a very low price because normally my sessions are over 100 and this is really not even 70 euros. So it will make it 100 if you want both of them. So you get two things at the price of normally one. So what are you waiting for? Go in the link in the show notes, join my astrology immersion called the Cosmic Compass, and I cannot wait to see you there. All right. All right, today we are gonna talk about Venus. I'm so excited because I don't know why I haven't actually talked about Venus yet, but I think it's because I wanted to wait to Libra season, which is actually one of the signs that it's ruled by Venus. And we are now in Libra season. And also, Libra rules the seventh house of relationship partnerships. So, the episode that I'm gonna do today in regards to Venus, it's about love and relationship. But I just want to put out there because sometimes it's so overlooked that Venus, it's not only about love. It's also about money, about creativity, about self-values, self-worth. So for the sake of today, we're going to talk about love, how you give and receive love, what is Venus, um, and Venus in the elements, Venus in the signs and love languages. But just to put it out there, Venus is not only about love. Having said that, so what is Venus? Venus is a bright star. It's a star that rules love. As I said before, it's a planet. It's a planet of abundance as well. It's a planet like of love. It's this divine feminine energy. It rules Libra because it rules love, but it also rules Taurus because it's that Empress, Queen energy that goes slow, that attracts, doesn't chase. That's divine feminine energy connected to your intuition, connected to yourself, your body. It's really the people around you. It's really like helps you to live this 3D experience without forgetting where you come from. Venus, it's like it depending where it is in the sky, what time of the year, when it goes retrograde. It can be either a morning star or an evening star. So it depends where we are in the year. I think right now she is a morning star, but don't take this with a grain of salt because I haven't double checked that. So I'm not completely sure. But I love the energy of Venus. Venus, it's also called in astrology one of the inner planets because it's a planet that moves at the same, like almost the same time as your Sun and Mercury. These are the closest planets. So sometimes people have Venus and Mercury in the same sign, or have Venus conjunct the Sun in the same sign, or just one sign before or after your sun sign. And it's the same for Mercury because they move almost as fast as the sun. Then, obviously, if she goes retrograde, she moves a little bit slower. And so it might be, that's why it might be one sign before, one sign after, depending on the year. For me, it's one sign before because I'm a Taurus sun, my Venus is in Aries. So the people that were born around like the same time as me might have the same placement, and you might have the same placement with your peers, with people that were born kind of the same time as you, but also the same year. If they are born like very close to where you're born, that's you might have the same. And I'm not going into that today, but if you want to explore this even further in synastry, which is the like relationship branch of astrology, when you go to a synastry or when you look at the synastry chart, for women, we always look where Venus is, and for men, where Mars is. So if these are conjunct or if these are in a good harmonious like placement between each other, that could be a factor of like very good love, very good like chemistry and all of that. So just to put it out there, if you are an astrology lover and you want to dive deeper into synastry, we're not gonna go do that today because I'm not even like an expert in this. I just know just a few because I'm a curious astrologer as well. But that's what Venus represents. And being in Libra season, we are in Venus season as well. So if you really feel like you are open to like dating again, this could be a good season. If you're open to like take your relationship to the next level, if you want to deepen the relationship with yourself, if you're ready to beautify the space where you're in, to make some beauty changes or in your look, in your aspects, to go deeper into like love, creativity, this is a good season. But remember about relationship, and I always say that it's important, like we're a Libra season, it's also the scale, the balance to balance both relationship. There's no Libra without Aries, and there's no Aries without Libra. So Aries, it's more independent relationship with self. Libra, at its worst, can go into people pleasing and codependency. So during this season, make sure that you say no when you need to say no and put boundaries so you don't go into the lower side of Libra, which is codependency and people pleasing, especially if your Venus is in Libra as well, or if your Venus is in Taurus as well. So, yes, just saying that. So, what else I want to say? This is the introduction. Now we're gonna go and have a look at Venus in the different elements and then at Venus in the different signs. To also explore deeper how you give and receive love. So let's start with the elements. The elements being the like natural elements, fire, earth, air, and water. This is really important as well to look at that because the elements are very important in astrology. And next week, I'm going to do an episode where I really go deeper into the elements. So stay tuned for that. So if you have Venus in fire signs, this is a very, you could have like a very self-centered and idealistic like relationship view because fire sign think more about themselves. It's the fire, they are igniting. So you might feel, you might be one that ignites relationship, that starts, that doesn't wait for the other person to to take the first step. You might be like very passionate, very warm. You could be like that, that like lover, very passionate lover, but that also needs like to keep the flame alive, you know, because after a while, if it's too boring, or if it's like after the honeymoon phase, you need to keep that flame. But you might feel like one that it's more prone to drama and to like arguments as well, because fire it's that anger energy as well. And if you don't know how to tame that fire, that could be a problem. So, yes, you are like a warrior of love. You love love. You have a big heart. You just need to like give it to the right people and really keep that flame alive. If you have Venus in Earth sign, that's a completely different relationship. This is more solid. This is more long-term, reliable, because we are talking about Earth. So you might be entering relationship like very slowly, take one step at a time, but you when you decide to commit to it, you are very loyal. You are very like solid because you like work hard also to like start this relationship and to keep the relationship going. You're very practical. You might have these like how you show and receive love in a very like earthy way, in a very tangible experience. I'm thinking um about gifts, or about what's the other love language that is one of my act of service. That's what I wanted to say. But yes, this is really different. You might put the relationship in the first place as well. So make sure like to balance the relationship with self as well. And when a relationship has reached its expiration date, it's important to leave it, because people with this might want to like to keep that long-term commitment even when there's no relationship at all anymore. If you have Venus in air signs, communication is so important in your relationship. You need to be able to express yourself, be yourself, share your thoughts. You need to have that mental chemistry and connection, not just physical, not just that flame, but it's very important, the mental part as well. You need to be stimulated by your partner. You need to feel interested. You need to have this like things, common interests, things you do together, have a very good communication, and you are open to that as well. You might go to different relationship because you are very like communicative. You might be very flirty as well, but that's important to really. If that's who you are, that you love to talk to people and be flirty, make sure to also like me tell your partner like that they are appreciated, that they are loved, because sometimes these flirty things might feel like non-committal. So that could be like a double-edged sword. So very important. And then if you have Venus in water, you need to express your emotions. You cannot have a relationship that doesn't go deep, that you don't talk about your trauma, that you don't talk about your feelings. It's very, very important, very, very important to express how you're feeling, have those difficult conversations as well. Tell them if somebody hurt your feelings, and really understand, really get your needs met, and also your partner's wants as well. Um, this is really more like non-verbal communication, more like feeling wise, also like spiritual. You have to have a deep spiritual relationship as well for water Venus to work. So this is a little bit about the elements. As you can see, like now I need to type the five love language because I feel I don't remember all of them. But so to give you to give you also no, I don't want the book. I just want okay, physical touch. Let me see if I can find it right. Okay. Words of affirmation. That's definitely a air, like look, Venus in air way of like giving and receiving love. Quality time, I would say definitely like I think it needs to be for sure fire, but I want to say water as well. Physical touch, it's definitely fire, but also water in a way. Acts of service, it's definitely earth. And gifts, also, I feel it's definitely also like earth or air. So, yes, let's go. But I want to go deeper in each sign, because even if you have maybe like Venus in air, but it's different if you have Venus in Aquarius from Venus in Libra, from Venus in Gemini. So I just want to go deeper into that and how you might like receive love in that. So for my fellow Venus in Aries, that's my placement. you don't have to wait for the other person to take the initiative. Like Aries, it's the pioneer, it's the leader, it's the fight, the love warrior. You fight for love. So you need to take the initiative, you need to be upfront, direct, and you need to risk yourself in relationship. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you might get your feelings hurt. That's the risk of like being in a relationship with others, but you have to keep continuing in taking that risk and don't go into like the lower side of displacement that you are hyper independent, you don't need anyone, and and you close everybody off because deep down Aries, they are the love warrior, they fight for love, they want to love and be loved. So stay open for that. And yes, it's Aries, so the relationship cannot go to a boring sign. That's what I was saying with fire before. You need to have that chase that keep things like keep the flame alive because Venus in Aries, it's also, I feel that child energy. So you need to keep continuing like that kind of quest of love, even when you are in a relationship, like stimulation, you need to do to have action. It's Aries, ruled by Mars, needs action. So if like Venus in Aries needs to have like a continuing adventure also with their partner. But remember, this is like a relationship. So you need sometimes to compromise and remember that you are part of a team. It's not only about you when you are feeling shut down and all of that. Communication and really compromise, it's really important for Venus in Aries as well. Venus in Taurus. So for you, you have to have a person that brings you comfort, stability, that sense of loyalty as well. You need a person that is solid for you, that like rock for you because that's what Taurus needs in relationship. You might be a little bit on the possessive side because you don't like change, you want stability. So if a person like goes a little bit out of that, you might feel like, no, that person, it's mine. So be careful with that because nobody belongs to you. So just remember to communicate with your partner and to remember that things needs to change. Change is a constant in life. So that's very important as well. And also like I know you sometimes feel stuck. When you feel stuck, you need to reconnect with your partner as well. Yes, you're very loyal. Yes, you want to be comfortable, but you need also to like get physical with this person, like try new things. Um, Yes, and like the best way for Taurus, like to be Venus in Taurus to be loved, I think it's gifts, especially if like gifts to like cuddle up in the home or like good food and wine. That's the way to a Venus in Taurus heart through the stomach. So yes, while maybe Venus in Aries was more like adventure and physical touch as well as love language. This is more like gifts sort of things. Then we go to Venus in Gemini, like that conversation, that mental chemistry and attraction is so important here because, as I said before, Gemini at its worst, it's undecided. It's like flies from one flower to another. So if you want to make a Gemini commit, you really need to keep them entertainer, to have things in common as well, to communicate, to like do different things, keep them entertained as well. It's very, very important. They need fun, they need variety, they need a brain mental stimulation for like the relationship with work. And it's gonna be in different phases. Gemini, it's really good at communicating, and it's important that you understand that there are different phases in a relationship. Maybe in a time of your relationship, you go to movies together, you go to cafes, you do deep conversation, you read together, you watch a movie together. It's a lot about being stimulated. And definitely words of affirmation. It's the love language for Venus in Gemini. Then we go to Venus in Cancer. That's like the mother energy as well. It's that feeling safe, that's commitment, feeling at home with another person. You need to give them security, comfort, care, love, and they will give that in return. Like you really need to be. They are very sensitive, and you are very sensitive if you have displacement. So you need to express your feelings and share your feelings in any given moment with your person. You need also to process your feelings before sharing them as well. This like emotional connection, it's so important for them. So make sure to take time to connect in an emotional, spiritual way as well. The love language for this sign, that's an interesting one because I would say quality time for sure, because they need you to spend time with them and to have that quality time where they can be themselves, express their feelings, but also physical touch because it's the mothers, they want to be like cuddle up with you as well. Um, yeah, I think like they really want, like they are not ones that maybe they are more homebodied in the relationship. They want to do more things like you and them together, like snuggling up, like physical touch, going to a spa or something like this. But definitely I would say like physical touch, it's a big one here, and quality time. Then we move to Venus in Leo. This is how you want it to be loved as a child. Leo is the inner child within us, and it also rules the heart. So they are very loyal. They love in a way. They are warm, generous. So they want that you make them feel that they are the most beautiful, important thing in their life. They need that romantic attention. They need to be at the center of the attention. They want you to show them off. They want you to repeat, like they need words of affirmation a lot in this way, and physical touch in a way that you really show them and talk to them like your words needs to align with your action in how important they are to you. They might have a high expectation because they love so hard that they want to be loved so hard as well. Their heart is so big. And again, it's an air sign, so it's a constant reminder to like keep the flame alive. They also are very physical, they are very passionate as well. So, very important that side of physical touch as well. Obviously, they need a lot of attention, but they will give you all their heart as well. So, that's really important that they're very fun. They imagine like they really bring out your light, your inner child, and you can have so much fun with a Venus in Leo partner. Venus in Virgo, that's very, very different. And it's a placement that I think Venus struggles most to be in this placement because this, I think, it's more. they are devoted to you, like they are at service to you. And really, like if I think about acts of service, I think about Venus in Virgo. They might not be like expressing so much, even though it's ruled by Mercury. So they could be very good communicators, but they communicate more through action, through what they do, through being at service to you. Like when they're devoted to you, it's you and only you. They're not like that Mercury that it's ruled by, like Gemini ruled Mercury that are very flirtation. No, no, that's not it. They are confident. They need to feel safe also, like with you. It's very important as well. They can go a little bit into criticism for themselves and you, so make sure to like keep them on track in that. Don't like Leo, don't show them off. Like they prefer to like be at service to you, that you're devoted to them, they are devoted to you, but they also need their own space and they're very reserved. So yeah, that's very important. They want to take care of you. They want to do things for you. So this is really acts of service at its best when Venus is in Virgo. So these are the first six. Let me know also in the comments what is your Venus sign and if this resonates with you. Another aspect that you can look to really go deeper into that, which I'm not going to do today for the sake of time of this episode, is to see the house where you have Venus, because that will be the area of your life that you need to be more nurtured and loved. Um, Yes, so we were Venus in Virgo. Now we go to Venus in Libra. These are the hopeless romantic, like they are all for relationships, sometimes even too much to the point that they make relationship their own life and they go from one partner to another and they don't know how to be alone. So if you're Venus in Libra, make sure that also you take some time to get to know yourself. It's very important. If you are always from one relationship to another, you cannot not only know yourself, but also integrate the lessons of the other relationships. And as I was saying before, be very careful about codependency and people pleasing. It's very important for you to really set boundaries and to really commit to your boundaries and say no when you want to say no. But apart from like the lower side, the highest side, it's they're really like if they love you very hard as well. They want like you to be like take over their life. They're obsessed with you in a good way. And they want to be treated fairly, treated kindly, because it's also the Libra, it's justice as well. They need that mental simulation, that communication, because it's an air sign. But yes, you need to be fair with them. When you are not fair in how they express or everything in life, that's gonna be a big turn off. Definitely words of affirmation. I feel it's important here, but also like quality time as well. I feel because they want to spend a lot of time with you. Um, yeah, then we have Venus in Scorpio. This I feel because Venus ruled Taurus, this is the opposite of Taurus, Scorpio. This is also loyal at Taurus, but in a different way. Venus in Scorpio, they cannot just talk about mental things. They need to go deep, deep. They want to know your shadows. They want to know your fears, your traumas. They really want to go deep with you on a spiritual level. They need to reach that intimacy to connect and be loyal, because otherwise they don't want, like at their worst, yes, could be the best sex ever or connection, physical connection, because Scorpio it's about that, but then they might go on and move to another things if they don't have that intimacy, like spiritual intimacy as well. They need to know everything about you. They will give you the complete attention to the point that sometimes they might want to control you. So that can be a little bit intense. So make sure um, to be on the lookout for that because they might go to extremes, like sometimes even like psychotic. So therapy, it's so important in a couple where there is Venus in Scorpio because they need to remember that they don't control you. And yes, that's really important, I think. Um, what else can I say about Venus in Scorpio? I think it's definitely physical touch for sure, but also mm, quality time, I think, because they really want like to get to know you at a deeper level. They are very emotional, very deep, very loyal. So they look for commitment and they will be very great lovers in bed. Then we move to Venus in Sagittarius. For this, you need to be able to expand your horizon and their horizons with them. You be able to need to learn things, experiencing things together, go on adventures together, appreciate like this open-minded side of people. These could be the people that also go in like relationship that might be open, like open relationships or also like poly relationships because they want to expand their minds. They are like flirty, they are like friendly, they talk about dreams, they are loud as well. It's a fire sign as well. So you really need to keep that flame alive. Don't bore them or they will be out of that. They need constant adventure, constant learning and all of that. I think this is really, um, let me think, what could be the love language for this as well? Um, Quality time again, I would say, but also like, yeah, probably gifts in a way, like gifts in terms of experiences, less about things that maybe Taurus would be. They want to have fun, they want to have to live, they want to have experiences with you. So make sure to remember that. Then we go to Venus in Capricorn. How can I describe that? That's kind of hard to describe because these people are very cautious in love. They are maybe the late bloomer in relationship because they want to like they're very commitment in their career, in how they leave the legacy in their work. They're very responsible and control in that. So they might be also leaning into workaholic as well. So it's very important to like take it slow with these individuals, take it slow and give them time to open up and also do something together, like reach a goal together. That could be a very good way to get into like the heart of Venus in Capricorn. Show with them that you are practical, realistic, like appreciate them for having their goals, wanted to have a legacy. Family is very important to them as well. So all these things are a way to a person heart with Venus in Capricorn. I would say definitely acts of service, and definitely they want to have a common goal with you. Venus in Aquarius, this is like a completely different story. These are the rebels, these are unique. So you need to be like unique in a way as well. The way you go with the relationship is might be completely different from your families. So if you have a Venus in Aquarius person, they might be open to try different things, to maybe they're not like they don't want to be labeled into marriage or what you have. You can create your own labels or no labels in your relationship. It's very unconventional, unusual. Um, they might feel a little bit detached sometimes because Aquarius is good at detaching from that. So make sure to love them for who they are, all of them. Don't criticize them. Don't like kind of like don't appreciate all of them, or otherwise they will detach and then the relationship will fade. You need to really go and love their weirdo and be weird with them. If you be weird with them, if you drink big with them, they will be like your best friends and lover. They are unique, so you have to be unique and appreciate that as well. And to come for circle, Venus in Pisces. These are the partners that are also very spiritual. So you really need to appreciate the relationship with spirit, with God, whatever. They really need to feel in relationship. They really need to share their feelings. They're very sensitive, and you need to truly respect their intuition for the relationship to work. Their love will be unconditional. It's like they don't care about what's outside. They don't care about your status. If you show them off, they care about what's inside you. What are your feelings? What your relationship with spirit as well. Um, and Yeah, in the way they find it hard to commit because it's Pisces, it's going around, it's connecting to spirit. But if you're really there for them in the long run and appreciate their like psychic, they will commit to them. You can count on them, and they will love you as well. Yeah. They will love you and accept you for you, and yes, they will love you unconditionally. What could be, I think definitely like physical touch as well to bring them back to earth because sometimes Pisces can be out there. And yeah, I would say acts of service as well, gesture to make them remember that you appreciate their like intuition and all of that. So yeah, I think that's it. We got to full circle to Venus in Pisces. So let me know in the comments on YouTube, Spotify, or send me an email. Let me know if this resonates with you, if you know your love languages as well, and which one resonates most with you. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to comment, subscribe, wherever you're listening to, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace and love.